cherries. It's cherry season, so I'm going to make a cherry clafoutis. We're not gonna need all of these, don't worry. Let's get started. So I have buttered and floured a 9-inch pie dish. This might be a 10-incher, not sure, but we're gonna make the batter for this in a blender. All right, so here's our blender. It's on my scale. We're going to start with 1 cup or 227 grams of whole milk. If you don't have whole milk, you can certainly use another milk, but the higher fat makes it creamier. To this, we're going to add 4 eggs. Easy, easy. Half a cup or 99 grams of sugar. Add half a teaspoon of salt. Add a tablespoon of vanilla extract. I don't know about you, but I never measure. And we're going to add the zest of 1 lemon. Zest of 1 lemon. If you have kirsch, you can add a half tablespoon of that as well. I'm not using that today. That is a cherry liqueur. Sometimes it's added in. I don't have any, so I'm not using it. Okay, and make sure you get all of that good zest in there. If you haven't already, go ahead and click that subscribe button and that like button and help me out while I finish zesting this lemon. Blend this together before we add in our flour. Okay, I've blended this together and I've also added some flour, blended that in, and then I added some melted butter. So you need about 90 grams of flour, about 3/4 of a cup, and you need 2 tablespoons or 28 grams of melted butter, and then you blend it in and it looks like this. Okay, so nothing stuck to the sides. It's ready to go. So we're going to move on to pitting cherries. Now I've weighed out my cherries. I know how much I need for my pie pan. It's about 350 grams for me. About 2 cups of cherries if you're going by cups. But a better measure would be the bottom of your pie pan. Okay, you want to cover the whole area with cherries. And I use a cherry pitter. Not everyone pits their cherries. Some people just put the cherry in there without the stem, of course. They say it tastes better. I don't see a taste difference. What I do see is I have to slow down to not bite the pit. Okay, if you do it that way, make sure that you let people know that your cherries have pits in them. Okay, you don't want anybody breaking a tooth. Okay, I use a cherry pitter like this. Okay, and you can see I already started without you, sorry. You stick your cherry in right here. Trying to do this one-handed. And then you just push down. Okay, and your pit might come out the first time. You might have to check it. That one didn't come out. So try it again. Sorry. Okay, cherry in. Push down, and you can see the pit came right out the bottom. All right, I checked mine pretty meticulously. Again, I hate biting into cherry pits, but if someone else does it in my family, I end up biting one. So, you know, Some people also cut their cherries in half. I don't. I leave them whole. So those will just go in there like that with the batter. So you can put the cherries in first and then put the batter on top, or you can put the batter first and put the cherries on top. So let's put some cherries. I have all of my cherries lined up here. You can make them all face the same way if you want to, but they kind of do their own thing anyway. In the oven, if you do cut them in half, I would put the cut side facing up. And then you're just gonna pour this batter onto your cherries. Like that. Okay. Now, scrape down your sides here with your spatula. Get it all in there. And if you decide that wasn't enough cherries, you can always add some more. It's up to you. But you do want the custard to be a main part of this dessert. Okay, there we go. So, to me that looks a little bare right there. So I'm gonna add maybe 4 more cherries, and then we'll pop this in the oven, 350, for about 45 minutes. Give or take. It's gonna depend on your oven. I'm using a convection oven, so I'm doing 325. It'll probably be about 30 minutes. You want to be able to poke it with a knife, and the knife comes out of the custard clean. Okay, so we'll see what this looks like in 40 minutes. As you can see, this puffed up quite a bit in the oven. This is after 30 minutes. You can see it's mostly cooked there. I still have a little bit of wet. Oh, well, there goes my timer. This was after 30 minutes at 325 in my convection oven. So I'll put it back in for another minute or two to finish that cook. There you go. And this will deflate as it cools. And here we have it. Clafoutis aux cerises. I've put a little bit of sucre glace, powdered sugar on the top. But there you are. And I'm going to serve this at a luncheon. All right. À la prochaine. Ciao, ciao. If you like that, perhaps you'd like this savory version of a tomato clafoutis. Click here to watch that video. Au revoir. Goodbye. Bon appétit.